What is a plan? This is the whole key. When you get the expert and they get to the clarification period, what you want them to do is see from beginning to end in detail. Then what you want them to do is give you a milestone schedule, and every milestone is described by metrics. Therefore, even in a complicated IT project, when you identify what the deliverable is, it's in terms of metrics that everybody can understand. And then when you work it back, you keep the metrics going all the way back. Now, do we want a vendor to do more upfront or less upfront in competing for our project? Okay, think about it. Let's say we have 4 vendors competing. All 4 vendors do more work. How many vendors get the job? Who compensates the other 3?
Their other customers.
Is this win-win or win-lose?
Win-win-lose.
I guarantee you, you use any win-lose practice, who is going to really end up paying for this at the end? The buyer. Wherever you are in the past, the present, and the future, whatever conditions you're sitting in as a project manager are always unique. Can everybody buy into that? It's always unique. There's something different about your situation. Good? Pretty straightforward. Okay, now, if those 2 concepts are correct and accurate, what we're saying is that everything that happens over time, including a project, has unique initial conditions and ends up with what? Unique final conditions. Does that make sense? Now, the more someone knows of the unique initial conditions, the more accurate their prediction is of the unique final conditions. Good? The more someone knows about the unique initial conditions, does the event look simpler or more complicated?
Simpler.
Does it look like it's going to finish faster or slower? Okay. Any questions about that? If you had all the information, which we never do, you could totally predict the outcome, which means this event could happen how many different ways? Only one way. Okay, you hold more meetings, your risk goes what on a project? This goes what? Decision making goes what? No. I propose if you have total transparency, then everybody knows whose problem it is. Look, let's go to the bottle again. If it's simple, everybody in this whole room can see it, right? What's going to happen? True? Does transparency go up or down? Goes up. Now, when transparency goes up, do you need to trust somebody more or less to understand this? Do you need a relationship with an expert more or less to understand this? Therefore, can everybody agree when we have transparency, the risk goes down? Then, the need for relationship goes up or down in transparency? The need to trust goes up or down? Therefore, is trust in relationships a good thing when we're trying to minimize risk? It's not. Those are things that belong in the traditional system where people love group therapy. It's true. Think about all the projects, all the meetings you ever went to. When did everyone show up and everyone decide to do the right thing, and nobody did this, but they only spoke when it was their accountability, their responsibility? When does that ever happen? Oh, that's if you can get everybody who's supposed to be at the meeting to show up at the meeting. And when do you ever leave the meeting where everybody knows exactly what they're going to do? Never. I know that's hard to take, but the truth of it is, group therapy is not where we're going to go. Which means, if I hire an expert, do I get everybody's feedback on what they want to do with the expert before or after the expert speaks? It's after. And the expert will define what everybody's responsibility is in simple terms. What are simple terms? Metrics. So, what is the change of paradigm? We're trying to convince project managers to do less work, do easier work, simplify things, and do what you enjoy and utilize the expertise of others. And that is the new PM model.